Hello Internet, this is Irina, the Siberian who's gone international, and today I'm on my way to donate blood and to show you how much and with what do they pay for it in Finland and how the whole process works here. It's not my first time by far. I think it's maybe, I don't know, 11th, and I've donated both in Finland, in the UK and in the US, but now it's been a while because I don't know, in Finland they don't take it if you've been outside of the EU for, within the last 3 months. And I really often go to St. Petersburg, also like to other countries outside of the EU, so now it basically never happens that I would stay within the EU for 3 months non-stop. But now, thanks to quarantine, I've returned from Canada exactly 3 months ago, so I should be good to go. But we'll see. I don't know, you never know why they might say no to you. Actually, I've been refused to donate blood at least, a few times. The first one was 20 years ago when I still didn't have a Finnish passport. And I don't know, when I came they said that you need to have a Finnish passport in order to donate blood. I'm not sure if that rule is still valid. That's a really weird rule because, I mean, come on, you're getting free blood, don't you need it? So why would you not take it? But whatever. Later I got the Finnish passport and then they started accepting it, except in those cases when you've been sick recently and if you've been outside of the EU within the last 3 months, and also if your hemoglobin level, what is the right name of it? Hemoglobin, yeah. Yeah, so if the levels are too low, in that case they give you a pack of iron pills, and which you then take for a few months, and then you can come back again and try to donate again. This time I decided to donate because, well, it's been a while, and now for once I have been within the EU non-stop for 3 months, so I can do that. And also it looks like they're really desperate to get blood, because I see posters all over the streets asking to donate, and they even advertised on YouTube, so they must be really desperate. Actually, after I started bumping into these posters all the time, I went to their website to check what are their blood stock levels now. I don't know, can you say it this way? And at that point it looked like they're really desperate. If you want to check what is the current blood situation in Finland, you can go to the website called veripalvelu.fi, and it will show you how much of each blood type do they have currently. So this is today's situation. As you can see, A- is doing relatively well, but some of the other blood types are very low. I mentioned A- because that is my blood type, but even though they still have some, I'm pretty sure that they will be happy to take it. The reasons why I donate, well, to be honest, I wouldn't even really say that I'm doing it because, I want to help people. I mean, that's nice, but I don't know, I've always been attracted to all this medical procedures and medical stuff. I even wanted to become a nurse or a doctor at some point, and I don't know, it's just fun for me to look at all of that. And when I was temporarily working in the nursing home and in the hospital, I really enjoyed checking the blood sugar level, the pressure, stuff like that. And when my dad needs some injections, I always perform them on him. I'm not sure if that sentence was formulated correctly, but whatever. You got the point. So it's just one of those things which I kind of find fun to do, and it's also really nice that it helps someone. And I mean, it doesn't cost me anything. If you want to donate as well, I think you should know that you must weigh at least 50 kilos, which is certainly not a problem for me. I'm well above that, especially after the quarantine. And also they check if you have some transmittable diseases, but you will fill out the questionnaire and they will tell you if you're eligible or not. They take, in Finland I think they take 450 milliliters. In the UK they take half a liter, which sounds scary, but it's okay. And the very important thing to remember is that you have to eat well and drink a lot before you donate. In the UK they actually force you to drink 500 milliliters right before you donate, and it makes a huge difference. I personally never faint, but once I came to donation right after school or right after work. I was hungry and thirsty, and at that point it really did feel horrible. And I think the next time was actually in the UK, where they forced me to drink 500 milliliters of liquids before the donation, and I could feel the difference is dramatic. Like if you drink before, you do not feel any discomfort. If you don't, you are gonna faint, like it's almost guaranteed. So do remember that if you're gonna try donating. It all starts with them asking you to fill out the questionnaire about your health. They ask you about the chronic conditions you have, if you've recently had any surgeries, blood transfusions, tattoos, piercings, if you've slept with anyone new in the last few months, and whether you're under the influence of some substances at the moment. They also ask where have you traveled in the last 6 months. While you're filling it out, you can drink something and have a snack. When you're done with the questionnaire, the nurse calls you in and checks your hemoglobin level, and in order to check that, they just need 1 drop of your blood from your finger. The nurse also goes through the questionnaire, asking you additional questions if something is unclear. Hello, here's the report from the bathroom. So I'm not as experienced YouTubers to film everything there. So they already checked my hemoglobin level. It's 134. And I'm approved to go donate. Attention, attention! If you're sensitive to blood and needles, you might want to skip the next few seconds of the video. I have video on It depends, but normally the donation itself lasts about 10 minutes, and before you get up and go, they let you relax for as long as you need. Also, after the donation, if you want to, you can have coffee and tea with snacks again. So yeah, they pay you with snacks. You get free cookies and a feeling that you've done something nice for other people. Okay, the blood donation is over, so now I have this. And me and my mom came to this cafe to reward myself with the cakes and tea. By the way, starting from yesterday, June 1st, all the cafes in central Finland and in Finland in general have opened already, so now we're enjoying that. A quick recap of how my blood donation went and what has changed. First of all, my mom was not allowed to come in with me because of the corona, so they only allow in the people who are gonna donate, which is understandable, but normally you can have moral support with you. Then they asked me if I've been in contact with someone who has corona or if I'm treating patients with corona. The rules have apparently changed, or maybe I misunderstood something earlier, but you're allowed to donate if you've been within the EU for the last month. I thought it's 3 months, so that's why I haven't donated for 3 years. Yeah, I think or even 4. As usual, she checked my hemoglobin level. It was 134, which is good. She still gave me some iron pills, just in case. The donation went really fast. It took, I don't know, less than 10 minutes to get 500 milliliters of blood from me. And she also said that I have like a really rare blood type, which is not that rare to be honest. But she said that only 6% of people in Finland have it. I had a really nice nurse. I don't know. I guess they're always nice, but this one was especially nice. Her name was Nina, if I got it right. And I think this is about it. If something will come back to my mind, I will add it later at home. And now my tea is getting cold, so we're gonna start eating. Hello, I'm already home, feeling amazing. And this is, I will repeat once again, thanks to drinking a lot of liquids before and after. I honestly cannot stress it enough. If you're gonna do blood donation, drink as much as you can. Do at least 500 milliliters right before donation, because it's a decisive factor between fainting and feeling like absolutely nothing happened and feeling absolutely fine during and after the donation. Now it's been more than 2 hours, so it's time to remove this. Ow, 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 ow. Okay, nice. I don't even have a bruise. Kind of. Oh, maybe a bit. Huh? Nah, it's fine. You've probably seen that they have a lot of free stuff there. You can get a shower cap or some bags. I picked up this paper which tells a bit more about my blood type. Well, basically it said that it's relatively rare and they need it all the time, so I should try doing it as often as possible. And With one donation you can help up to 3 people and even save somebody's life. Sweet. As I said earlier, I've donated also in the UK and in the US. In the UK the experience was pretty similar to the Finnish one. In the US it was a bit different because it was a bit strange, because I remember when I donated the first time it was some portable vehicle and they found me at the DMV parking and they asked me if I want to donate, and I was like, okay, fine, and they took it. And then like a few months later we were just walking in the city center in Miami, and again the guys came over to us and they asked us if we want to donate, and they promised us free movie tickets, and we were like, yeah, sure, fine. So we got into their vehicle and they started asking us questions like, where are you from, where have we lived in the last few years, and all of us were from Europe basically. And I told them that I was born in Russia, but I've been living in Finland and the UK for the last, I don't know, like 5 years. And I remember a fun fact that they said that if I would have spent all this time in Russia, then they would be able to accept my blood. But because I've spent this time in Europe, they couldn't. I don't know, I just found this quite funny and unexpected. Maybe somehow Russians and Americans have immunity towards the same thing. I don't know, like, don't ask me. The only thing I remember it is because that has surprised me, and this is why it has stayed in my mind. And they also said that those people who have collected my blood a few months earlier, they're some shady ones, because they collect that blood and then they don't give it to patients, but they use it for some experiments, maybe resell it to laboratories. I don't know, but these good blood collectors, they were really pissed at those bad ones, and they told us to never donate our blood to them again. I haven't really researched that topic, but if you know something about it, let me know in the comments. I thought it's a fun story to tell, so I decided to share it with you. Okay, I've been talking for too long. Subscribe to this channel if you enjoyed this video. I'll be making more of them. And don't forget to like this video, because it's a free way for you to say thank you to me for spending like 10 hours making this video. Bye! I'll see you in my next one.